Today, Monday, as we all know that we changed the techniques. What we are trying this week is
Can you hear me now?
what we are listen to me very carefully now. It's fine, your video is off or there. Because this 2 week we are going to practice on this particular topic. What I'm speaking on today is about that chaos, which we all go through, this chaos. And because of this chaos, this speedy life, or as we all know, this chaos which is creating havoc in our life, creating that anxiety, overthinking, depression, and confused all the time. And we are in the conflict, all the time into the conflict, uncertainty. It can be about our career, it can be about our future, our business, our relationship, whichever area in life. Let me tell you, friends, like this chaos or this anxiety, what we are talking about, is a messenger. When it is in the early stage, in the acute state or acute stage, this anxiety is a messenger. And unknowingly, we kill this messenger. And when we kill this messenger, we get into different ailments or symptoms in the body, like choking of the throat, chest area pain, butterflies in our stomach, pain in the shoulder, neck, shivering, warmness on the face. Your pulse will, start beating very fast. And the whole day with this confusion, with this conflict, we go on bed. And when you get into the bed also, you are still in this uncomfortable situation or the unwanted situation, which you also do not like. That uncomfortable feeling, that sensation which is coming to you. The reason is why, because we are not aware of this particular deha, the body, this beautiful tantra, this beautiful body which is given to us by the divine, how we need to handle it. Because we do not know. See, we buy a refrigerator, we buy a washing machine, you buy a car, you get into the manual, no, of that particular instrument what you buy. But what about this instrument? We are not knowing. We are not reading the manual, but still going along life and creating chaos all the time. Try to introspect yourself. What is this chaos happening to me? Because we're going to work on this particular aspect. As you see, this cosmos working so harmoniously, isn't it? There is morning, there is night, there is evening, the sun is rising up, sun is going down. We all notice this, the flowers blooming, the seasons coming in the whole year. So harmoniously it is, working by itself. In the same manner, we need to work harmoniously, whatever situation we are in, and not reacting to that situation, not responding or reacting to that situation, and creating that respond mode of fight, flight, or freeze, this 3F, where we are unknown to solve that situation or solve that problem at that moment. If you see a lion, what will we do? We'll try to run away from the lion, isn't it? We'll not fight with that lion. If you fight with the lion, you're going to die for sure, isn't it? So that is that response which need to come out from, which creates insecurity, which creates fear, which creates all this what I've spoken about, anxiety, depression, everything. We are getting into that, most of us, we've got this way of behaviors, a cat way of behaving. This computer has got this cat app, cat. What is this cat behavior? How much ever you pat the tap, how much ever that cat which is there in your home, you might have noticed it. It will never respond, it will never speak, it will never be happy, it will never respond. It will never appreciate you. It will be in its own way, its own attitude. When I tell some people to smile, they are so afraid to smile. They think Guruji will do some magic on me, so I don't want to smile. When I say close your eyes, some people, when I see this offline, when we have offline, their eyes are open. Oh, what is Guruji going to do now? See that chaos, what they're creating, little by little. There is this dog attitude also. There is snake, there is fox. What is this dog? You see a dog, when you pat it, it will start moving its tail. And when you stop patting it, or when you stop placing your hands on his head or on his neck, it will start barking. See, some people are like this. They like to be in that sympathy. They like to be praised every time. They want only praises and praises. If somebody doesn't praise, they are very wild. See this snake. You go near to a snake, it will hiss you, isn't it? It will start attacking you. It is afraid that this person has come to do something wrong to me. Every time in that mode, that snake mode. Most of us, no? कुछ बोलने जाएगा तो काटने आते हैं लोग, बोलते हैं ना हम लोग. That person will bite you now if you talk to that person. ऐसे एटीट्यूड में हम जीते हैं. एक फॉक्स एटीट्यूड है. People come to me, मैनिपुलेटिंग एंड मैनिपुलेटिंग लाइज, झूठ के ऊपर. उनको लगता है कि किसको मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है मैं मैनिपुलेट कर रही हूँ, मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. And try to cheat people all the time. This fox attitude. Understand this. It's with every one of us. We need not blame our mother-in-laws or daughter-in-laws for this. Okay, what you experience in daily life, in your family. Why this is happening? Only because of that ignorance. Only because of those kleshas, that ego, which is putting you into this mode, saying that yes, this is right, creating this negativity in you because of that ignorance. Ignorance of the self and not of the materialistic objects or the world. It is about yourself. Ignorance about yourself. Not knowing how are you reacting, or how are you responding to, or how are you facing things what are coming towards you. And then you get into addiction, you get into lot many things, into greed, wanting more and more, wanting more and more. You see, when you go for parties or a wedding party, you see people having so much of food and so much of you, as though ye khana dobara nahi milega, we will not get this food again. This is that ego telling you that you will lose something. Take it now, take it now. It's only putting you into that negative mode all the time, and which you are not aware of it. Unknowingly we are going there and listening to that ego. And that ego is creating that fear, saying that you are incomplete. You will lose this. Initially it will give you happiness, but later on it will give you sadness only. Unhappiness. And then you realize that, oh my God, what did I do? So all the time I tell you, surrender yourself. When we are doing meditation, I tell you, surrender yourself. Surrender yourself to the Mother Earth. Be relaxed. Keep smiling. This is the reason, to create that harmony within yourself, within your own heart. And what happens is, you create a belief, a perception with this ego of yours, with this ideas or the situations what you are going through, and which is going to create a harmful effect on you, an impact of this, and then you call it, I have got so much of stress, I've got so much of work, all these complaints starts. And this belief system is created only through your perception. It may be of your disease. If it is about your disease, it will impact on your disease, this belief. Oh, I'm diseased. Oh, nobody's going to take care of me. Oh, I've lost now. This type of things start coming into your mind. But if you believe that this stress is not harmful for me, this disease is not harmful for me, it will never affect you. Every disease reflects on your perception. Disease means roga in the Sanskrit way. Disease means pain, dukkha. It all comes under roga. Have you ever questioned yourself in that 24 hours, what makes, or how can you say whether your tension is crazy? Have you ever questioned of yourself why this tension is becoming so crazy? Why this is overthinking? Why this is not giving me sleep? And what are you doing for this in your daily practices? Are you overcoming this, overpowering this, or by this influence of that perception? Are you trying to work on it? What are the doubts which are coming and making you feel uneasy and creating those problems? And what do you need to do for it? You get the answer that I need to go to a specialist. So you go to a psychologist, you go to a guru, or you go to a psychiatrist. Yes, definitely they will advise you, they will suggest you. But my dear friends, you need to help yourself. Nobody is going to help you. Just coming to meditation and sitting down there, it is not going to help you. Introspect yourself. Like last week, we were reflecting on ourselves. In the end of the session, I was telling you, reflect on yourself. But I think most of you could not reflect on yourself because I've gotten none of you have written anything or no questions you had. Maybe this session, this 2 weeks, what we're going to do, maybe you may be able to reflect on yourself. See, when you're suffering from diabetes, you know you're not supposed to have sugar. This is what I'm talking about. When you're having pain in your body, or maybe your hand, for example, you will never go to a gym and lift something very heavy, no? Because you will damage your muscles more. This is what I'm talking about. This messenger I'm talking about. This messenger is there all the time, messaging us, but we are not bothered about these messages. We are more interested in the social media or in the WhatsApp messages and just keep chatting on that and wasting our time instead of going inside, rather going outside and communicating with that pain. That pain is communicating something. It may be in the physical level or emotional level or psychological level. It is teaching us something. It wants us to give some lesson. But we are so busy in that fighting of that pain, we forget to learn the lesson of that pain altogether. Why it has come and what is the cause, what I need to do. Why am I going crazy about it? Introspect, my dear friends, all of you, what I am trying to say. It's for your own benefit. If you are going through anxiousness in your life, I would suggest you to ask your subconscious mind that what are you trying to teach me? Just question yourself, what are you trying to teach me? You will find the answer. It will create, but you need to create an intent, okay, while putting this question. Definitely it will answer in some way or the other. Many researchers, there's a lot of many research happening. There was this psychologist, Magnolia, which I was just reading the last week. What does he say? When I believe that stress is productive, for me, instead of harmful. When I believe that stress is productive and for me instead of harmful. See how he's putting it very positively. Instead of feeling it is harmful, feel it is productive. It puts me in a productive state. That is what he's saying, this great scientist. And I use it in a productive way. Now I want you to ask the questions like this when we're meditating today, when we're going for this technique, this waterfall technique. What makes me laugh? What puts me in the best mood? What were my happiest moments in life? What was your happiest moments in life? The sounds, the smell, the favorite sound, the smell, the touch. Try to recall it. Your eating habits. You can write it down every day. Do this audit for yourself every day. Is it clear, all of you, what I'm saying, what I'm trying to make you understand? Or it is going over your head?
No, Guruji, it is very clear.
Try to understand, it is very clear. We are ourselves who's creating this anxiety, so-called stress. When it is acute, it is giving you some message. Bacha sudhar jao. About turn live. But what happens? The ignorance which is creating ego, that I-ness, telling you, no, this is not right, this is right. And you are getting into that negative mode into your whole life and becoming that poor me, not understanding life, want sympathy, want people to praise you, वाह वाह चाहिए आपको, आपका बात सब लोग सुनना चाहिए. क्यों सुनना चाहिए? कौन है आप? Who are you? I should listen to you. We have created this negativity because of the I-ness, no? I, me, I am right, I know all this. I am a guru, I am a doctor, I am this, I am so and so. I know everything in this world. I've come from US, I've come from UK, I've come from China, I've come from Germany, I've learned so many things, I've learned so many countries. See this ego. And this is creating anxiety, this I-ness. And we need to reflect on this. Last week I was asking you all to reflect. Saturday, Sunday I told you to reflect, but nobody wants to do it. Why? Because they want somebody to help them. No, nobody is going to help you, my dear friends. कोई भी नहीं आएगा आपको help करने को. You have to help yourselves. It may be the world's best psychiatrist, it may be the world's best psychologist. He will only give you suggestions, advice, but you need to do the rest of the things. Nobody else is going to do for you. Neither the meditation is going to do anything for you, neither that God also will not do anything to you. You need to do your karma, you need to do your duty to get into that harmony. Chaos is there everywhere. You know, when you are driving a car on a highway, there are hoardings, no? Put drive slow, limit your speed to 60, 100, 80 is given. No, why? They're making you cautious. Same way, we have to become cautious in life, putting these hoardings, putting these tags all over. Go slow, introspect, go slow. But we are still very fast and involved in that chatting, only chatting. I see WhatsApp mein, you know, people want to go for meditation, want to go for teachers training course, therapy. Hi. First will come hi. What is this hi for? Why? You come to the point. I want this. Please give me the details. That's over. Hi. Is this course in English? Then I will say, which course do you want? See how much time I am wasting here. Then he will answer, I want this course. So I say, I will send you the flyer. They don't read that flyer, the details. Still they'll ask, how many months? When is the course? What is the time? See, we are used to that mode. We are not into that fight, flight or freeze mode, no? That mode which we know, that responding We are not into that because we are so used to asking questions. उससे अच्छा फोन करो भैया, फोन करके पूछ लो जो पूछना है आपको. It will not take more than 5 minutes, your queries. WhatsApp is not for chatting. We are using it for chatting. It's a very good app. And when you see in the groups the people chatting, there is so much of confusion. There is so much of fights there. कोई किसके बारे में फाइट करता है? It may be your family group. It may be a normal group about politics, about religion, and everybody fighting. अरे वो बंदा क्या बोलना चाहता है आपको मालूम ही नहीं है. राइटिंग में समझने वाला है क्या? Instead you write what your mind wants to say. Take up a notebook or take that mobile, that device, a wonderful device, put it on the notepad. See, use it in a very proper way. And not in this way. This is the egoistic way. This is that negative way I'm talking about. Come out of this, which will only create pain, which will only create roga. And that I-ness, that ego which is there, you feel very proud. And then there is one day, there is unhappiness. And then you start realizing what I should do. I should go for meditation now. My dear friend, nothing is going to help you. You need to realize for yourself first before going to meditation also. That is why I have the initiation session. When people do not want to come for the initiation session because they are so busy. No, हमको कल ही ज्वाइन करना है, कल ही भेज दो मैडम, अभी नहीं मांगता, कल भेज दो. हमको भी क्या जाता है भैया, कल तो कल करो, आप भी अजमाओ. We have to create time and not wasting time. We have all the time to waste on WhatsApp, everything. But when it comes to seriousness, when it comes to development or growth of my own self, I don't have time for it. When it comes towards my family, to give happiness to my family, I don't have time. I have to go to work. We say this, no? See, where are we? That ego is speaking here. That ego is speaking here. Understand this. उस ego को मारना है. सभी में, मेरे में भी है. I would tackle that ego every day, every minute, every second, with that smile on my face. इधर भी कंजूसी करते हैं हम लोग स्माइल करने को, इधर भी टाइम नहीं स्माइल करने को. हमको लगता है कि जीएसटी लग जाएगा, गवर्नमेंट इनकम टैक्स लगा देगा on smiling. No? See how foolish we are. We are only fighting like that snake. कोई आएगा every time, or like that dog or that cat. कुछ भी बोलो, मेरे को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है, कितना भी प्यार करो. No appreciation. We pray, no, first sharing gratitude. कहाँ gratitude है हमारे पास? है ही नहीं. इसके लिए पहला gratitude करना पड़ता है. Thank you, O God, for this body, for this mind. Have you ever said thank you to the water which is coming? Have you said thank you to the bed on what you are sleeping, giving you such wonderful sleep? Have you said thank you to your chappals, your footwear, carrying your weight, just throwing it away? Go outside your house now, you will see them thrown out there. No gratitude. It is carrying you, man, and it is saving you from all those hurt what you are going to get. Have you ever said thank you to your footwear? It sounds very silly, no? But deep down there is something called gratitude. Ikigai, Japanese people call it as ikigai. Meditation ho gaya, immediately they want to switch off the video and just go for their work, as what the work is going to go away from them. They don't want to relax. They don't want to join the palm and say thank you. नहीं, ग्रैटिट्यूड ही नहीं है. वो बच्चे को कहाँ से ग्रैटिट्यूड आएगा? फिर आप बच्चे को ब्लेम करते हो, बच्चे ऐसे हैं, बच्चे वैसे हैं. Culprit is me and I. Because of my responding, because of my reaction, because of my attitude, my children will behave the same. Because of my greediness, my children also become more greedy. Anybody, any questions before we go for the session? I'll take a very mild session today. From tomorrow, we'll continue again with the sessions. Anybody has any questions? Please go ahead.
Samir here.
Yes, yes, Samir. Yes, sir.
I think I agree with your view on the dog theory that we seek sympathy. At least for me, that is true. Really like to get out of this because that is what got me into more problems, I think, rather than solutions in life.
Yes, sir.
So if you could speak more about it and how to get out of this, because we every time seek a sympathy, and when someone sympathizes, whether it is right or wrong, and then we get into this ki, हाँ ठीक है, I am only right, and then it spirals down into a problem which is just uncontrollable, at least for me. I don't know for the rest of them.
For
But
everybody, sir.
yeah, I would get like to know more how to get out of this spiral. Yeah.
First of all, let me appreciate you for your frankness. That you have accepted yourself, that you are like a dog. Wonderful. I think we should clap. Give him a clap यार. Appreciate करो यार. बोलने की जरूरत नहीं मुझे ये. We need guts to speak like this. We need guts. Some people will be insulted if I tell Samir, you are behaving like a dog यार. Samir क्या कर रहे हो आप sir? But he's accepting it. Yes sir, I am like a dog because I am like this. Every time sympathy, every time want that sympathy. And I made a mess of my life.
Yes.
How do I come out of this? See his frankness. I'll come to Samirji, I'll come to you, sir. Anybody else, any questions? I will take the whole thing together with other questions also. I'll address your questions, sir. Anybody else? Please. See, Monday is a interaction session. Monday and Fridays, you all know that. So don't worry about the meditation. Yes, please.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Preeti ji. Yes, please.
The same thing is me also.
Yeah.
I have also the same, that ego is there. I try, but वो टाइम पे समझ में आता है कि इट इज रॉन्ग, लेकिन वो इमीडिएट रिएक्शन आ ही जाता है. फिर बाद में होता है कि नहीं, मेरे को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए.
सभी को आता है, मुझे भी आता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. समटाइम आई बिहेव लाइक अ स्नेक, समटाइम आई बिहेव लाइक
दैट इज आल्सो वेरी फ्यू पीपल.
Yes.
लाइक माय मदर, माय हस्बैंड, माय डॉटर्स, दोज हु आर वेरी क्लोज, नो, तो उधर एकदम रिएक्शन आ जाता है.
Yes. I'll come.
So I think so something.
Yeah.
बाकी को और मैं इसके ऊपर काम करती हूँ, समझ में आता है कि मैंने गलत बोला, फिर भी वो हो ही जाता है.
हाँ जी, ठीक है जी. I'll come to anybody else. What Preeti ji and what Samir ji said is going with everyone. Don't think, I am like this. I don't have this attitude. Oh my God. This is again ego only talking about it. Introspect yourself. We all are having this, what Samir ji is saying, what Preeti ji is saying.
Yeah, even I'm like that. I'm always like, I. Always like, why I have to do this. I have to do. I wish I can do. So I'm always like, I comes first for me.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it's always like that. With everyone. Okay. किसी को छोड़ेगा नहीं. Kleshas which is there, no? Kleshas means ignorance, ego, raga, attachment, dvesha, and abhinivesha. Dvesha, delusion, dislikes and likes. ये खराब आदमी है, ये सही आदमी है, मैं सही हूँ, वो गलत है. We keep on trying to gauge people, trying to judge people.
Yeah.
Dvesha, which leads to abhinivesha, means fear, insecure, feeling insecure. And who is the culprit? That ignorance. He is the culprit. So we need to tackle that ignorance, knowing ourself. And what knowing ourself? Our true self. How do you come to know about your true self? Definitely with gratitude, with that smile. As Krishna says. Krishna went to so many difficulties. Everybody knows this, no? Everybody knows this. From his mother's womb only, he was in difficulty. But everything is doing everything with a smile. He's putting up the solutions with the smile on his face all the time. Because God gives you the exam first and then the lesson. बट हमको आदत क्या हो गई है स्कूल में, नर्सरी में, पढ़ाई करो फिर एग्जाम लिखो. सी, हमको अबाउट टर्न करना है. यू हैव टू रिवर्स, अपग्रेड करना है. वो चिप डाला है, चिप निकालना है, दूसरा चिप डालना पड़ेगा. Understood what I'm saying? Say that we are so habituated, we have so much of beliefs of this, and then what we do is that problem which is coming to us, we don't take it as a lesson or don't take it as an exam. Yes, it is teaching me something. I should understand this first before responding, before reacting. It is a challenge actually for every one of us. When that situation comes, and Pritiji says, situation comes, it comes to our own people. Why? Because we have taken our own people for granted. इसको क्या आता है? ये तो मेरा पिताजी को क्या मालूम है स्मार्टफोन के बारे में? बैलगाड़ी में घुमा वाला आदमी है, क्या उसको मालूम है? See, the ego I'm creating here. With my own grandfather, with my own father. Have you seen any foreign country? I have gone to so many foreign countries. He doesn't know anything about foreign country. See my attitude now. Because of this attitude, we are thinking like this. And that is why we are being with our own people like this. Like that snake. करते रहेंगे. And not listening, only hearing. Listening is an art. We don't listen, we just talk. टक 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 बात करते हैं. Try to understand that person, what he wants to say. And what he is really going through. What he is trying to convey. And how do I respond to him? I should respond to him today or tomorrow. I can always tell him like saying, ठीक है, तूने जो बात बताया मुझे अच्छा लगा, खराब भी लगा, ठीक है, वो आंदा नहीं, खराब हो गया तो कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग कल बात करेंगे इसके बारे में. I remember one day in college, I was, in college we have these nakas. No, I was from Ruya College. I don't know if you know that. Katta hota hai, naka hota hai. I was standing in a naka. Somebody came and started firing me and abusing me, and because of some reason, whatever the reason may be. Most of the time it is about girls only, and I used to support the girls in my college. So everybody wants, me being away from them, whatever. I told him, एक काम करो, मैं आपसे कल बात करूंगा, मैं आपके घर पे आके बात करूंगा कल. And they're all goons, they're all gundas and drunk. And believe me, I landed to their house in the morning only, when they were not drunk. What happened? What happened? I didn't have fear, but I created fear on that person by landing there. Because he was in that drunken mode and he was speaking to me. He was not knowing what he was speaking to me, which I analyzed, which I realized, which I didn't react to that person, I didn't respond to that person. मैं तुझे कल देख लेगा, कल तेरे घर पे मैं आऊंगा, कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं, तू चले जा, तेरे अच्छे के लिए बोल रहा हूं मैं. उसके बाद जितने गुंडेस थे पूरे एरिया में, सब started saluting me, were afraid of me. I didn't hit them, I didn't beat them. I could do that. Definitely, I'm a martial art person. I can definitely do that. 5 जन तो अभी भी भारी है मेरे लिए, भारी पड़ेंगे 5 लोग. I can definitely tackle with 5 people today also, ये उम्र में भी. But I don't do that. I don't have that ego. Oh, I'm a martial art, I will kick them, I will hit them. No. See, I didn't have that ego there. So understand, try to listen what they're saying, in what content they're talking about, in what state they are in, what they are going through. That child comes home, Mama, it was so stressed, there's so much of homework, this, that. Oh, then come on, you do the homework, come on, start, now only, do I have this food, come on. See, chaos, mother is creating chaos in that child. Don't worry, beta, you don't do your homework, it's fine. Try to finish as much as you can. देखो कैसा हो गया. We want to become teachers now here. You have paid a fees for the school and the teacher should take care, but you are taking care. What foolish you are doing. Foolishness है ना ये. Not understanding that child what he wants to tell you. And then he stops telling you. नहीं मम्मी को कुछ बोल के फायदा नहीं है. Then they start keeping secret and then they get into all those bad habits which you will not know also. Because they'll never be frank to you. Because you are not creating a solution, you are creating a problem. The problem has come to you are putting more problem to that child, which he got to know later on, that my mother is going to create more havoc and more problem to me. Better I don't tell her that I've got homework. Socho abhi, now introspect. Samirji, now introspect. Acceptance. As you accept it today that I have got this thing, how do I change? Now when you want to change, you need to write it down. You cannot keep it in your mind. This mind will forget every time. It's a monkey, no? It will jump here and there. It will never be there. Tonight, take a book, take a pen, write it down, write what you need to do as I told you. If you have any issues, you can always contact us. And how are you going to implement it? What actions are you going to take on it? Now I know I've got this behavior. What do I do about this behavior now? Write it down. It will not be like this on our mind. It will not work in the mind. Write it down. Then it will give you insights. Yes, I need to do this. I need to behave like this. I need not speak to my mother like this. Though I am angry. Though my mother is irritating me every time. Have food, have this, have that, have this. My mother till today also, when I go to her, eat this, eat that. Now what do I tell her? Okay, I'll take it. Okay, don't worry, I'll take it. I'll have it, eat it. Then she forgets automatically. If I say, no, what you're doing, how much you're giving me, I've had my food and my stomach is full, I don't want this, and she'll feel bad. What did we create? A negative energy there. Yeah, I'll have it, don't worry, keep it here, I'll have it, no problem. फिर वो भूल जाएगी बोलने के लिए, खाओ करके. And you pretend as though you're eating. It goes in all the areas of life, not only this. I'm just giving you these small examples. It may be with your office colleagues also. I am the boss. Oh my God. I am the CEO of the company. Oh my God. See this attitude. बाकी सब पागल लोग हैं. अरे भैया तुम CEO, तुम बॉस, क्योंकि वो लोग है करके तुम बॉस है. वो नहीं रहेंगे तो आप बॉस रहेंगे क्या? Will you be there sitting as a boss if they are not there? सोचो. So उनका भी बात सुनो, उनका भी टीम में जाओ, उनके भी try to be into their shoes. Why that person is behaving, my teammate is behaving like this today. Go and talk to him silently, sit separately with him, call him separately. क्या हो गया भैया? He may say, my mother is sick, my father is sick in the hospital, but I had to come to work because of an important job. You'll never know. But we react to that behavior, we react to that person and create hatred. Not to him, to ourselves only. Isn't it so? We don't want to interact positively. ये काम क्यों नहीं हुआ? कुछ रीजन होगा ना काम क्यों नहीं हुआ? Why this work is not done? There will be some reason. No. Get into that reason of it. Don't create sympathy to children. Create empathy. There's a vast difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy से बच्चों को खराब करोगे आप. If the people come to me counseling, some people come to me counseling, I yell at them, I be very harsh to them. That doesn't mean that I don't have, don't have love towards them or don't understand their problem. Because some people need this. Then only वो सुधर जाएगा. Because पूरा life sympathy में create किया है उनका. उनके parents, उनके grandparents, sympathy, and they have spoiled that child or spoiled that adult. And he's wanting more and more sympathy now, which he's not getting now. In the Narada Sutra, they talk about this empathy and sympathy in the way of prema. He says that prema is tyaga, surrenderance. And that tyaga becomes into bhakti. But prema has become lust now. Only physical. You understood now the concept? We only say, I love you. No. There is no love at all. Love is surrenderness. Love is giving, sharing. But what we do is today, मैं क्यों दूँ? वो मैं देगा तो क्या होगा? मेरा कौन देखेगा? मुझे क्या होगा कल? मगर आप प्यार है करके बोलना नहीं चाहिए फिर. And you should not say you are loving that person. Where is your dharma? Where is the purpose of your life? Understand this first. And that is why we are here, all of us. And that is why we are speaking this. The purpose of my life. My purpose of life is to evolve you people, transform you people, That is why you have come here. That is why we have paid the money for it. So I need to do my dharma properly. I can just need not talk all this. No, I can just start with meditation, put a music and tell you all sit erect, keep smiling face, do anulom vilom pranayama. Now you visualize this, visualize that, and that's over. See you fine. Come next day, again come next day meditation. Am I doing my duty properly? Adharma. So what will happen if I do adharma? The four pillars of life. What I am going to gain through this dharma or adharma, it will affect, no? It will give me like that. वो पैसा उसी तरह से आएगा और पैसा उसी तरह से जाएगा. वैसे desires होंगे. That negative desires I'll be having. Because my dharma, my purpose of life, I don't know. Dharma, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking here of duty. I'm not knowing. So what am I creating there? That negative desires, and which will create unhappiness only. I will have a Ferrari car, but I will not able to drive it. I may have a beautiful house, a mansion, a palace, but half the time I'm in the hospital. I will not enjoy that home because of my adharma, because not knowing myself, not knowing my true self. And that is the purpose we all are here, to know ourselves, our true self. What is that reality? And what reality you are feeling? Are you working on that reality? Is it confusing you? That reality, what you think is reality? Is it creating conflict? Try to understand this in the meditation. I hope I could make you understand, Samirji and Preetiji.
Yes, Guruji, to a large extent, yes.
Yes.
And I'm glad that, yeah, as you said, I was very open, and I will be open in this session whenever we have the sessions every day.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, as you rightly said, there is a lot to be done over a period of time. And as you rightly said, it is not so easy to let go of it.
Yes.
So
It's a challenge.
I need to learn. Yeah, definitely.
It's a challenge. It's a slow process. It is not an overnight process. It's a lifelong process until your last breath. Because all this garbage will keep coming.
Yes.
How are you going to remove the garbage? It's a lifelong process. It's not a one-day process or 15 days process.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a challenge. Yes, it will take time. But when you are trying to get into this challenge, this ego will come there again. Make you feel like a loser.
Yeah, but I think for me it was more for so I'm 45 right now.
Yeah.
I think it took me 44 years to accept what I am. So I think the acceptance was the first part, the confession was the second part, and now the realization that okay, I need to change and I need some help is the third part,
Yes.
which I'm getting into, and I think that should be helpful because for 42 years or 43 years I did not even accept the first part. Okay, there's a problem with me. Yeah. So that was.
So you need to write, all of you, write down whatever is little bit we'll do 10-15 minutes today now, practice of what you're going to realize is what makes you the most happy, what was the best moments of your life. Just keep realizing it. Tomorrow we'll go for the waterfall technique. But I want you to create an intent. I want you to be very true to yourself. Do not manipulate. That means surrender yourself completely. See, it is about yourself. Nobody is going to come and say wawa to you. Nobody is going to come and ask you what is going to happen to you. After all, you are going to live life. You have come alone, you are going to go alone. Everybody knows this. Nobody is going to be with you. Nobody. Only you human beings are so attached to our siblings. You see a cat, you see a dog, the pets, no. Once the pets are grown, they are somewhere else and the dog is somewhere else. Or the cat is somewhere else, isn't it? दिखता है ना, they are not attached. If it is a bird, create a nest, बच्चा हो गया, उसको पंख आ गया, he starts that Bird starts flying, it is left. No attachment, no raga, no dvesha. But we want to be, after the children are married also we want to be there. We want to become a grandfather. But we don't become grandfather. No? Understood? We become a troublesome grandfather or a grandmother. Not that grandmother. Father. No? So silly, no? See, realize this. Definitely there will be a way for your own self. In different ways. एक मैसेज आ जाएगा आपको ये करना है, एक बुक आएगा सामने चलते चलते, अरे ये बुक में यू आर रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर, देयर विल बी एन आर्टिकल इन न्यूज़पेपर्स सेइंग समथिंग टू फॉर यू ओनली. You might have come across this sometime in your life, isn't it? कुछ तो कुछ सामने देखा रो, it's for me only, यार. Oh my God, it's so true. It's like talking about me only. I need to work on this. That is that message. What is going to come from the creator, from that cosmos, wanting you to be very in that harmonious life, in that harmony, and not in that chaos. Chaos is everywhere. ट्रैफिक है तो आप ट्रैफिक में आप गाड़ी फास्ट चलाओगे क्या? क्योस है ना, ट्रैफिक का स्लो होगा ना, तो स्लो हो जाओ. क्योस हो गया है, गड़बड़ है, सिट साइलेंटली, लिसन टू एवरीबॉडी, टेक अ पेन एंड पेपर, राइट डाउन व्हाट हु इज सेइंग व्हाट, काम डाउन योरसेल्फ. अगर क्राउडेड एरिया में ट्रैफिक में आप फास्ट गाड़ी चलाओगे तो आपको एक्सीडेंट होना ही है. सेम वे विथ आवर लाइफ. There is chaos. Try to understand. I have to go slow. I have to slow down. Oh, this social media is going to waste my time. I'm on social media. You realize 4 घंटा गया. Now what you do is, social media ठीक है, अच्छा है बुरा है छोड़ दो. What you do is, all your leftover work is there. You start hurrying. क्योंकि कंप्लीट करना है ना, 4 घंटा तो वेस्ट हो गया. कंप्लीट करना है, फिनिश करना है. What are you creating? Anxiety there. That speed. And harming yourself unknowingly. हरी भरी हो जाए ना, फिर टाइम वेस्ट कर लिया आपको मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर या टेलीविजन देखते हुए. टेलीविजन में इतना टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता जितना सोशल मीडिया में होता है. It will keep on increasing. I hope everybody is clear. And any questions? Any questions? In the end, I will not take any questions. Just 5 minutes. I want to introspect yourself. Just keep your videos on. Sit in a very relaxed posture with your palms on your thighs and just close your eyes. And just follow my questions. Create an intent that yes, today is going to be the turning point of my life. Create an intention. This day today is going to be a turning point in my life.